Hey Michael, Grant Putnam here. I just want to quickly explain this to you. So, within your quote, the original quote, just so you know, we only had, I think there was 16-inch wide treads here, or there might even been 14-inch wide treads in the quote. But when we're going through this process, the thought process is that the wall is 18 inches wide. We want to have a clean line where the pavers finish. So we want the pavers to finish in the same line as your wall. So we're going to end up buying 24-inch wide treads, which are about 40% more expensive. And we're going to end up cutting those down to 19-inch. So 18-inch, so the tread's going to start at the back corner, which allows your patio to be linear. Okay, this way you don't have like a jog where the patio ends up coming inside this little area here. And then if we buy 19-inch, you end up having 18 inches plus a 1-inch overhang, which is what you usually do on steps. And then we'll end up making this step bigger, making this also 19 inches. Just the right aesthetic thing to do. I didn't charge you anything more for that because I just said, you know what, it's gonna look better, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so that's what's going on there. Then over here, originally we had the patio finishing on this line here, and it actually went like this, and it went down. So it went here and then 45 degree. To make this look better, because again, we could do what we originally planned, it's just not going to look as good. So this is, I think, makes a big improvement as far as the aesthetics. But what I would do is I would have, oops, one sec. One second. Okay, I would have this as a retaining wall. This way your lawn along the side would have a gradual slope rather than a weird kind of like slope and then a flat area because the patio is flat and then a slope. That was the issue with leaving it how it was, is because if you end up building the grade up level with the patio, then you're going to have a flat area here, then all of a sudden a slope again. It wasn't going to look right. All right, it was something that originally we thought we could get away with, but because remember when we were doing the elevations, we were checking the corners. We weren't checking over here on these sides, but there's actually a pretty good dip over here. So anyways, the solution is we end up having the same sort of bluestone cap or bluestone top extending this way. Keep your patio line here, like the paver lines finishing here, going all the way around. So then you have a clean line. And then this would be a bluestone cap, act as essentially a retaining wall. It's not going to be built at the same height as your sitting wall. Your sitting wall is obviously 20 inches above the patio. This bluestone cap would be flush with the patio, much like this bluestone cap down here is flush with the patio. If we ended up keeping the patio the same size and we left the outer line of the patio here, then we had to put the bluestone cap in here rather than over here, which then would mess up your paver line on how the pavers look, because the pavers would have a weird jog. So again, keep the bluestone cap here much like it is outside of the patio here. Use the Westchester curbing, which is a more cost-effective way to install essentially a curb. Okay, and that curb would start roughly, say, 15 inches tall here, and by the time you got over here, it would probably be about 6 to 8 inches tall for this piece right here. So this piece would be 6 to 8 inches tall, so when you're walking down your lawn, you could step up on your patio and you're done. And because we have to keep the lawn sloping down this side, then the wall on this side, the Westchester curbing on this side through here, is going to creep up in height, because again the whole lawn is sloped on this side. So anyways, so hopefully that explains what's going on. And the other thing is, rather than 6 steps here, we're going to end up having 7 steps. Okay, well, let me check something. 54 divided by 6. Yeah, you'd have to have 7 steps because there's a 54-inch drop. 54 divided by 7, so it's like 7.7 inches per step. Okay, So that's it. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks.